So that brings us into week 2. That is April the 12th through the 16th. So the week opens at Bill's house. And Liam can't go on. He can't go through life like last night never happened. Bill is ordering Liam to put it out of his mind, and Wyatt walks in.
Yeah, they almost got caught.
Wyatt's like, what's going on? What does he have to do? What? And honestly, Bill is so rude to poor Wyatt.
Poor Wyatt.
He totally is like yelling at Wyatt for not knocking and for being nosy. And Bill's like, totally just gaslights him. He just turns the whole thing around on him. He's like, how can you not realize that Liam's sick? And of course he doesn't feel good. He doesn't have his wife. And I'm like, wow. He just made Wyatt feel so bad.
Yeah, I was like, dang, boy, I'm proud of you. Like, would you like to become a manager at my bar?
I'm like, dang.
You quick on them toes.
Yeah, very much. Like, he definitely covered good. Poor Wyatt was, like, so ready to get out of there. By the time he's like, well, I want to hear from Liam. And Liam's like, yeah. Like, I'm not good. I'm nauseous. And then, of course, Wyatt's like, you're a good guy. Quit beating yourself up. You didn't mean to hurt nobody. And Bill's like, exactly. Now, at the morgue, okay, Finn is sorry, poor Thomas. He feels bad. Yeah, I got country. He feels bad and he's dead. Okay.
Bless his heart.
And his name, by the way, is Vincent Walker. Never knew that.
And he got died. He got died. He got died. Walking. Imagine that.
And of course, Thomas wants to know what happened, and they explain someone hit him. They think it's a hit and run, blah, blah, blah. Thomas is crying. He's furious. And by the way, I think that Matthew did really, really, really good in these scenes. I think I can call him Matt now because we're besties.
Yeah.
I think he did so good in these scenes.
Yeah, but I already
he was bad and crying. What?
I already see how Thomas is gonna use this.
Oh, of course he is.
Feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
I already see it happening.
It was sad though, because you could see he was going through all these different emotions. He felt really guilty because he was like, oh my God, like I blocked his number. I wouldn't even talk to him. Like, why would I do that? Blah, blah, blah.
And I don't know. Gave your sister drugs, changed DNA tests. Might be a good reason.
And he's like, you know how he is. The cops better find out or I will. Okay, Thomas, calm down.
Okay. Inspector no habit. Whatever.
Okay, calm down. All right, because what is his name?
You are no.
What is his name? Oh my God, what is his name? You are no Conrad.
Conrad.
Weston. You are no Conrad Weston. Okay.
No, you are not. You're not even a Charlie.
All right. Thomas cries. It's his best friend. He feels bad. Some animal, yada, yada. He's going to find the killer. All right. Moving on. Over at Forrester Creations, Flo, Katie, and Brooke are talking, and they're just having a convo about Hope's personal business. No big deal.
Yeah, just chill.
None of your business, but cool. So, no, I'm just joking. Honestly, my aunts would be all in my business too. They would be like, what's going on with Amanda? Trying to get all up in it.
No, I don't have family.
I don't have a lot now. Honestly, I don't. I have like one aunt left. I have 2 aunts left, and that's about it. Okay, honestly. Oh my God. I wrote Rick doesn't deny it. What? There is no Rick?
Huh?
Okay, let me go back. Now we go to Forrester. Flo, Katie, and Brooke are talking about Hope's business, right? They're talking about her line and blah, 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 and her personal life. And Katie says she thinks Brooke is so invested because Brooke just doesn't want Hope around Thomas. That's why she wants her with Liam so bad.
Makes sense.
Correct. You know what? She does admit it, though. Brooke says, I get a weird feeling when Thomas is around Hope. I just get a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called the heebie-jeebs.
Mm-hmm. I think she's, oh man, I don't know. Because he's so dang charming sometimes. It's like sometimes he says stuff and I'm like, stop saying that. Because that's exactly what you want like a guy to say to you. But it's like, stop. I don't want you to say it to me. Like, I don't want him to say it to her. I want someone else.
Yeah, he's, no, ew.
So now we go to, now we go to the cabin. Thomas and Hope are just having another conversation about Vinny. And Hope is trying to make him feel better. They both agree he didn't deserve this. Now we head back to Bill's. Bill and Liam are again having the same argument. It's ridiculous if you want to know the truth. They're rehashing the whole thing. And Liam gets a call from Hope. And she's telling him, this was so funny, because she's telling him about Vinny. Liam's like freaking out, right? And Bill's watching Liam freak out, and he's mouthing to him like, what? And he's like pointing, and I'm like, you're so distracting right now. Yeah. He's trying to tell him to act normal, but he's being so distracting.
Weirdos.
Yeah, and it's obvious that Liam is acting weird, right? Yeah. Like Hope can like tell something's off.
Because he can't keep no secrets. It's Liam.
Of course not. You know what? Liam can't even keep a secret about what he ate for breakfast, probably. Like, come on.
Yeah, no.
So now we head over to Forrester. Zoe is updating Quinn on Paris' date.
Yeah, they're evil.
Yeah. Zoe does say she feels icky. That she feels just, like, bad about doing it. And Paris walks in. Flo walks in, too, and says she's going on a smoothie run. And Paris is like, never again.
Yeah.
No thanks. Then Paris tells everybody that it worked out because Zende wants another date. Like, he wants a rain check date.
Ooh.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Aw."
Backfire.
Yeah. So Flo and Paris exit, and Zoe actually does say she really feels bad and she wants her sister to be happy because she wants Carter back. Huh. Okay, next, I would like to thank the B&B for the multiple shirtless Carter scenes. Thank you, B&B. Yeah. Thank you.
There were naked boys on our screen.
Yes. Loved it. Okay. Across the hall in the design office, we have Carter and Zende, and they're both shirtless. They just got done with a workout. Now, I don't know about you, but I thought this was weird because I don't see, in real life, I don't see Carter working out with Zende. Only because you don't do something shady like that, and then we're still bros gonna hang out.
And to straight up tell him to his face, we ain't that close.
Thank you. Straight up.
But Zende did actually really apologize. Unlike last time where he was like, I didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Like he did apologize.
He did. He did. He said that he feels bad about what went down. It wasn't cool. And he urges Carter to give her another chance.
No.
You know what?
Shut up.
This whole week got on my nerves.
Yep.
Every single person felt the need to get in Carter's business and tell him what to do. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Everybody. It's like, okay, that's enough.
Uh-huh.
Mind your business. Okay, now we go back to the cabin, and Hope is on the phone with Liam still, and she's she's trying to tell him about Vinny, and he's just acting weird. Like, Liam's a weirdo.
Yeah, like within 2 minutes, like within just this tiny little phone call, like Liam's just cracking.
Yeah, like Bill literally has to grab the phone out of his hand and tell Hope, I'm sorry, but we're in a business meeting, and hangs up. And I'm like, oh, that's not suspicious. Then he forbids Liam from answering the phone anymore. He's yelling and screaming at him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, Liam doesn't react well to this. Like, you can yell and scream at Wyatt all day, and Wyatt doesn't really care. But Liam, he doesn't do well with this.
No.
He's like upset. I can't live this way.
Yeah, no.
Now we head to the design office, and basically Zoe asks Quinn. Sorry.
Dog alert. Puppy alert. I think it's a rainbow sighting. Yep. Rainbow sighting.
Hi, Rainbow. Zoe is talking to Quinn about how she really wants Carter back, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like maybe... No, I'm not going to say that. I don't know why Quinn's helping her. I was going to say maybe Quinn feels like he has some kind of kinship with her, or they have in common, like something in common.
She just sees a schemer. Game, girl. She sees that she's a conniver. She's a schemer. She likes it.
Well, that's true.
Because I feel like Zoe's only being nice to Paris so that Carter will see it and think that she's changed. Like, she does, like, she's scheming. She's always scheming. Like, it's gross.
True. And Quinn offers to talk to Carter on Zoe's behalf, which, why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, why? Quinn doesn't do stuff because she's a nice person to help you. Come on.
No.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, I'm like, she's just bored. She don't give a crap about these people. And Quinn don't have no friends either, so this is also a way for her to talk about her BS.
Yeah, true. Now we go downstairs, and I don't know why these two care so much, okay? But we're downstairs with Zende and Paris, and they're discussing the idea that Zoe might finally accept them. And I'm like, why do you care so much? Who cares? You don't need Zoe's approval to get together. You're grown-ass adults.
That's a bad combo. Like, couples that start out where it's like, everyone's against us. It's you and I against the world. Meh, meh, meh. Then when no one gives a crap anymore, then it all goes to poop.
Yeah, then they're like, this ain't really exciting anymore.
Yep.
And they're just discussing that, they're happy because Zoe seems like she's on board. And Carter comes in. And once again, Paris feels the need to, advocate on Zoe's behalf. And Carter's getting aggravated, you can tell. Like, he's had, like, okay, I'm good now, thanks, type of thing,
Yeah.
I don't blame him. Like, dang.
Like, leave our dude alone. He's made his decision. It's okay to not want to get back with someone who cheated on you. It's kind of normal, actually. You weirdos.
Not on this. Oh no, not in this city, girl. Well, no. Not in this show.
Yeah.
Okay. Carter says that Zoe already proved how she feels about him when she went after Zende. Back upstairs, Hope and Thomas tell Ridge about what happened to him. And Ridge is upset, of course, because he's like, you know what? He deserved jail, but he didn't deserve death.
Yeah.
And they offer to cancel the meeting. It's apparently a big meeting, and Thomas is like, no, go. Right? I'm fine. And as soon as they walk out, Lieutenant Baker shows up.
Good old Lieutenant Baker.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't have a hot dog this time.
Right?
Like, come on, guys. So, Thomas is a little bit surprised. I don't know why, but he seemed a little surprised. Of course, he's going to talk to his best friend, right? That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Oh, and Baker got a promotion. He is now the deputy chief.
Ooh. Cha-ching.
Yeah. And he just came to talk. I think he kind of thinks Thomas could be guilty.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is Liam going to let Thomas take the fall for this? Yeah, right.
You know, Bill would.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. And they discuss everything, and Thomas just tells them, like, what's been going on. Basically, he doesn't really leave anything. Like, he tells them the truth. He says, you know, I don't know if anybody wanted to kill him. Like, I have no idea. And he was a drug dealer. Like, he tells them everything.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. Over at Bill's house, Liam's still losing it. Okay. Bill goes to take a phone call, and Liam lays down and he sees Vinny. Okay. He's having flashes of Vinny on the road, laying there. Then he hears Vinny's voice. And all of a sudden, he looks up, and there's Vinny standing there. And, yeah, Liam's losing it.
Mm-hmm.
And he yells at Liam for leaving him on the side of the road, bleeding and alone to die. And Liam is, like, cringing and whining, and you know how Liam is.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Vinny says, you will pay.
Oh. This is like, I'm like, oh my goodness. Of all the people, like, ugh. And then I'm like, how long are we going to have to deal with this? Just crack already. Heads up, guys. It goes on for another week.
Crack already.
Spoiler alert. It goes on for a whole nother week.
Yeah. Chelsea has to go to work, so I'm going to speed it up a little. All right. Back at Forrester, Quinn wants to talk to Carter about Zoe, and he basically says, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm not talking about this anymore, especially to you. Eric walks in, and this is when we learn that they're having problems, because it's extremely awkward between these two.
Yep.
She's
Hi,
like
Eric.
trying to make, oh yeah, hey Eric.
Hey.
She's like trying to make plans for like a romantic dinner, and he's like, yeah, I'm busy, sorry. And I was like, ouch.
Yep.
Then we had, well, let me start. Zoe and Paris make up, so now they're good. Okay, basically Zoe's waving the white flag, like, I'm done.
I want to be sisters.
Yeah. Well, oh, now you want to be sisters. Huh. Quinn walks in, and she informs them that she tried to talk to Carter, but he wasn't having it, like, at that moment. And she tells Zoe to hang in there, and she'll do what she can do. And when Quinn walks off, Paris says exactly what we're all thinking. When did you two become besties? Like, what?
Yeah, it's like, oh, big surprise. The guy that I hardly ever speak to didn't want to confide in me, like, his deep emotional feelings about you. Sorry, bro. Gotta go. Like,
so, yeah.
What?
There's a clue right there. Okay?
Yeah, yes.
Back at Bill's house, Liam's still freaking out. No big deal. And then he scares Bill because he tells Bill that he literally just saw Vinny. And Bill's like, okay, all right, okay. You didn't, because he's dead. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And like Bill's trying to talk sense into him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh gosh, this is not good. So Liam's phone starts ringing and it's Hope. And Bill's like, you have to answer it or she's going to get suspicious. And Hope explains that she's just checking in because he's, seems like he's taking Vinny's death hard and she hasn't heard from him and blah, blah, blah. And he agrees to meet her at Forrester, but he doesn't want to, but he's going to do it because Bill's like, you have to do it. He's like mouthing to him all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Yeah. It is.
Over at Carter's loft, he opens the door shirtless. By the way, thank you, B&B. He opens the door and it's Quinn, and he's not happy to see her. He's like, And you know what? She is so rude. You know, it's the first thing she says.
What?
Oh, it's so nice that Ridge let you keep everything he owns. I was like, yeah. What? You do not say that when you go to someone's house.
You know what this also reminded me of?
What?
When Quinn started to fool around with Ridge.
True.
Started out hating each other.
That is true.
The anger turns to passions. Her way of like flirting or whatever, because we didn't really see how she won over Eric. It was just like we would see they'd be in the same place at the same time and they'd give each other eyes, but it really was kind of out of nowhere. So we didn't really see how she wooed him.
Right.
But we have seen, how she was with Bill, and they used to have wild, crazy sex where they destroyed rooms. We saw that. And then when she tried to hook up with Ridge, it was like little kid games. It's like, I'm going to pick on you. It's because I really like you. And then we're going to hook up. Like, and now she's all up in Carter's stuff and like,
yeah.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
I do not like this, where this is going.
Because isn't that always the way? Like when the sad girl is complaining about how her boyfriend doesn't pay attention to her no more, and then the other guy says, I don't know why he wouldn't pay attention to you. You're beautiful. Oh, you think I'm beautiful? Blah, 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 make out.
Yep, that is exactly how it starts. You cannot put yourself in that situation.
Nope.
Okay, so Carter's not happy that she just showed up at his house unannounced. Now we go back to Forrester, and Baker is just finishing up his conversation with Thomas, and I think Thomas is like, I think he thinks I did this.
Yeah.
He leaves, right? He leaves.
It was kind of weird. Like, I know Thomas didn't do it, right, but the way he was acting and the way he was talking, he seemed very sus. He was super... It was like, I know you didn't do it, but I'm kind of like, did you do it?
Yeah, I know. It was like, whoa, dude.
It was weird.
Now, this part's funny. So, when Lieutenant Baker walks out of the office, Liam walks up, freaks out, and runs over and hides. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's making himself look so suspicious. Well,
hello, Captain Obvious.
Yeah. Well, Lieutenant Baker didn't see him.
Yeah. Hello, Captain Not Observant.
Right? And so then when Baker walks off, Liam comes out and he's about to walk into the office and he hears someone say, hold it right there, mister. I got you now. And Liam raises his hand like it's the cops. I'm like, what is he doing? And he's just standing there with his hands up. I'm like, oh my God, Liam, what are you doing?
Yep.
And Hope hears like talking. So she opens the door, she comes out. And she's like laughing, because in normal situation it would be funny.
Yeah.
Right?
Liam opened the door to your guy just with his hands up.
Right. And Liam turns around and it's Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
He turns around and it's Charlie. So, like, normally they'd be cracking up.
Yeah.
But Liam's like totally acting crazy.
Like pissing his pants.
Mm-hmm. And he just forgot to sign in. He forgot his badge.
He didn't get a visitor pass. He doesn't technically work there anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you know Charlie's on it.
Or yeah, of course. Thomas is going. Okay, so they go in the office, and Thomas is going on and on and on about how horrible all of this is, and how could somebody do it? What a monster to leave somebody on the side of the road. And the whole time, Liam's like so guilty looking.
Yeah.
And oh god. And then I think that they just took it as Liam's just sick about the situation, like they are. I don't think they caught on, but to us, I was like, Liam, oh my god, if Bill was here, he would slap him.
I know. Get it together, Liam.
And of course, Thomas says again for like the 100th time, if the cops don't find the killer, he will.
Yeah.
Now we head over to Eric's, and this is where we find out more details. So Eric's talking to Ridge, and Ridge sees that something's wrong, and he's like, "What's going on? What's up? And I can tell, something's wrong." And that's when we learn that Eric loves Quinn, but he don't feel it anymore because he don't trust her. So, like, he's having a hard time with, like, the intimacy and connection part.
Yeah, we're sorry, Eric. We're sorry we doubted you. We were kind of harsh the other day when we were like, he didn't even, he forgave her. Okay.
We were really harsh. I love you, Eric.
I love you, Eric.
I feel bad now a little.
No, Quinn's trash.
Let's see. So we're learning all that, and then you're gonna love this. Guess who had the nerve to show up uninvited to Eric's house?
It was uninvited? I thought they invited her.
No, they didn't invite her. And then on top of it,
I must have had to let a dog out or something, because I was getting so mad right now because I walk in and she's there. I thought they invited her there. I was literally like, I know Zoe is a POS, but like, whoa, like this is super inappropriate. Why are you guys having this conversation with her? I didn't even understand. And then there wasn't really even a point to it. So I was kind of like, huh?
Sorry, guys. My mic fell. Sorry.
Yeah, that was me and my dumb brain passing out. Like, I so thought they called her there. So I was like, wow, you two grown ass, like, bosses of her called you to your, like, I was like, this is so inappropriate. This is so inappropriate. Like, I know she's trash, but this is very inappropriate. And then, like, the way the conversation went, I'm like, what was the point? I don't. Like, what? They didn't offer to help her. They didn't nothing. Like, they questioned her, but like.
She just showed up. She showed up uninvited, right? Then says she was initially actually looking for Zende. And I'm like, oh, that makes you look horrible. So then she says, like, I just can't believe her nerve. Like, she has a lot of nerve. She's sitting there in front of her two big bosses, asking them to advocate for her. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. This whole time I'm viewing it, I was like, is she trying to prove? Like, I don't know. Like, the questions make so much more sense now, because the way they were questioning her, I was just like, what the balls? Like, what's the plan here? What do they have planned right now? What are they going to do? Like, I don't understand. Like, wow. Wow.
It was ridiculous. Of course they didn't agree to help her. What is wrong with you? No, I'm not helping you. Get out.
I know.
This is highly inappropriate.
And the way Zoe, now it's inappropriate in the other direction. Still inappropriate, but not the way I thought it was inappropriate. Yeah, and when Zoe talks, like, it makes me, like, puke burp in my mouth. You know how, like, when you burp and then you just taste a little burn? Yes. You're like, bleh. Like, that's how I feel when she goes on her little diatribes about how she's learned and blah, blah, and the men in my life. Like, oh, geez, Louise.
Yeah, she's a constant victim. And then on top of it, you can't believe her. She's constantly changing. Like, 2 days ago, she hated Paris. They want nothing to do with her. Now, today, all of a sudden, she wants to be besties. Like, I don't get it. So the very last thing that happened this week is, while all this is going on, Quinn is actually over at Carter's loft. Basically the same thing. So the conversation starts out about Zoe. And she's basically just saying, if you missed her, couldn't you forgive her? Like, Eric forgave me. And then that starts a whole nother conversation where Carter's like, well, at first he was like, I don't want to talk to you. But after a little bit, he kind of felt bad for her. And he said, look, I could tell something was going on in the office today. Do you need to talk? Like, do you want to talk about it? And of course, she's like, a floodgate opens. And she starts telling Carter all her business. Like, all of it.
Like, they ain't boning no more, you guys. He pulls the, I have a headache, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, he does. He's like, you know what? I got travel tomorrow. Need my sleep.
He's like, you know what? I got cramps. I'm starting my period. No. Yeah, no, he's like, she just spills all her tea that they are not close no more. She's worried, like, feels sorry for me. Like, bro, he don't know you. Like what? You don't.
And that's it. That's how the week ends. Carter is a nice guy, so he feels bad for her, and he's talking it out with her, and this is dangerous. I'm going to tell you guys it's dangerous. Look at him. Look
Red
at
flags.
him. Look at her. Look at him. Like, this is dangerous.
Someone set off the fire alarm. Get her out. Get her
Right?
out.
Please, fire alarm, go off.
I mean, okay, so scene of the week, you pick it because this was not like, this was all one day to my brain, and it was all blah. So you pick the scene of the week.
I still think the scene of the week should go to Thomas.
Which part?
His whole act, the whole Vinny thing.
At the morgues or at the office?
Both. I thought he did really good. He had some tears, but it wasn't like over the top. I feel like that's how a guy would react. I feel like that was really good.
All right. I mean, like I said, I don't really have one, so I'm going to take the vain route and just say Naked Boys.
Oh my God. I didn't know that was an option.
Half Naked
Wait
Boys.
a minute. I'm changing my answer.
Half Naked Boys.
I didn't know that was an option. So that brings us into week 3. Tuesday, April the 20th. I broke this week down. So Tuesday starts out at Forrester Creations. And Thomas wonders how someone could live with themselves after mowing Vinny down. Right, Liam? And Liam feels so guilty because Thomas is going on and on about it. He's talking about how Lieutenant Baker stopped in and he knows everything. And Liam's just so, I don't even know what's the word.
I mean, yeah. Like, I know they have to make Liam feel guilty. Like, I get it to push the story. I get it. But, like, if we didn't know that Liam had hit, Vinny with the car or whatever, the way Thomas is talking is insane.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't disagree.
It's
like, calm down.
Yeah, like, we know Liam did it, so we're like, okay, we get it. But Thomas doesn't know Liam did it. This is just him talking. And if he was talking to someone he didn't think did this, like, doesn't he sound a little nuts?
Yeah, he does. And he keeps saying, right, Liam, right? He's asked him that a couple times. And I'm like, when did y'all become best friends? Like, what is happening?
Why would you think Liam would be anywhere close to the same level of upset that Vinny's dead as you? Like, and I know Thomas keeps saying, like, I know he did bad things. I know he did bad things, but, like, you guys get it. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're not the ones. Maybe they're not the ones.
Do we get it? Do we?
This is just the stuff we know about, and what we know about isn't cool. So, I don't know. It was weird to me.
It was. So Thomas leaves, and Hope straight up is like, okay, that's it. What is going on? Like, you're acting weird. Something's going on. Tell me what it is. And he starts getting weak. Like, he starts getting really weak. And he is looking like he's going to tell her.
Yeah. He's weak.
And he tries to leave, and she's like, no? What? No. She's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, this dude is never going to make it.
Well, you got to see where Hope's coming from. She's like, every time you act super guilty and weird, that means you banged somebody. So who is it?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Not to mention, of course she's confused. Like, all he's been doing is begging and begging for her to get back with him. And then she's trying to have dates with him, and he's ghosting her. Like, what is happening?
Yeah. It is suspicious.
Mm-hmm. So, back at the Forrester mansion, Zoe is still talking to Eric and Ridge, and she basically wants them to go to Carter and tell Carter that she's serious. She wants him back. Basically, fix it. And I'm like, why are they even listening? I would straight up be like, get out of my house. Okay? Like, literally, get out of my house now.
Yeah, I was still confused and thinking that they had called her there at this point. So I'm like, I literally have it written down with crazy spirals. Like, what is the point of the Zoe shit? Like, I don't get it.
Oh. And then, no, I totally can get why you're confused. Because at first I was like, what is happening? What is happening? And then she has the nerve to say, do y'all know if Carter's dating anybody right now?
Oh, yeah, that. The only reason, like, would be because he's, like, interested in someone else. Is he? Is he? Girl.
Get out of my house. Okay? I am not going to tell you any of my best friend's business, number one. Number two, I'm the one who told on you. Like, why would I help you? Get out of my house. You know what?
Don't.
You know what? You know what? Like, I'm going to have to fire you if you don't get out of my house, because this is really inappropriate.
Like, these two guys have dealt with the mastresses. Mastresses? Whatever. Female version of master. Still master, I think. Anyway, master manipulators, okay? They have dealt with Stephanie. Not Steffi, right. Stephanie Forrester. They have dealt with Brooke. They have dealt with Taylor. They have dealt with Crazy Broad with the gun. Who was she? The one who went to jail for shooting somebody. Sheila. Like, Zoe. They have dealt with Quinn. Like, come on, Zoe. You are low level. You are low level.
You're low level, okay?
Like, these two men have been twisted around the fingers of straight up insanity women. Like, you are nothing, and you're going to try to bat your big old eyelashes and be like, is he dating someone else? Like, get out of here, girl. They better not fall for this. They better not.
Yeah.
You better don't.
I just couldn't get over this. And she's all like, well, you'll put in a good word for me, right? No. Like, get out. What? No.
Like, you want me to write you a letter of recommendation? Oh.
Awesome. Love it.
Chelsea, if you weren't awake for work, you should be now.
Chelsea's having an affair with Mario.
Okay, yeah, Chelsea's alarm is set to wake up at 3:45 in the afternoon. Don't judge me.
Hey,
I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire.
Me too.
Anyway.
Oh, okay. So she leaves because they just look at her like, no, like, we're not going to help you. And Eric then says, I just don't know if it's going to work out. especially in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Him and Bridge are like, bye, Zoe. We're going to go back to the conversation we were having before you busted in. Anyways, Pops, what's up?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, wow. Eric is not attracted to her anymore because he doesn't trust her.
He sees
because he is a gentleman. I'm sorry. Love Eric. Okay. He's a gentleman. And that matters to him. Okay. He's not like every other guy that just sleeps with a girl because of the way she looks. Okay. Okay. I don't mean every guy. Okay. I don't want to offend anyone.
Every guy guys on this show. Guys on this show.
Every player guy, right? On the show. So, yeah.
Yeah, no. Eric, I mean, he had his time. You know, he was young. He did whatever. But like we said, he's already been through things. He's like, girl, I'm just trying to have my golden years stress-free. I'm semi-retired. Like, can I not be dealing with this? That's the thing. Like, he's already wore out on the BS.
Yeah.
But Quinn is not your girl for that. I don't know what you were thinking, bro.
Now, then, I really don't like this. I really, really, really don't like this. Now we head over to the loft, okay, at Carter's house. And Quinn is recapping that Eric will not make love to her anymore.
Yeah.
And Carter's like, don't be embarrassed. Like, you know, couples go through things. I think he was kind of like uncomfortable at first, but he's like, couples go through things and I'm sure you'll work it out.
Yeah, he's making little jokes like, tell Dr. Carter your problems. I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, neither. And they're like laughing and I don't like it. Quinn is vulnerable, I guess. No, what am I saying? Rewind. What I mean is Quinn is in a situation where she needs a friend. So where is Shauna?
Well, she probably still has it in the back of her mind that Shauna wants her life. So she isn't going to tell Shauna they're having problems. Then she can swoop.
Well, she did make a comment, but it's not good enough, B&B. I'm sorry. Love you guys to death. But no, she would have went straight to her best friend. In my opinion, they've made up and she don't want Eric or whatever. They're all besties now again. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's that. It's in the back of her mind, she still thinks Shauna wants her life.
Maybe it is.
But it is weak. It is a weak bridge that we are on here. It is not made of steel and cement. It is made of flimsy old dry wood.
Yeah. Because I need like if these two would have got locked in an elevator together and they talk for hours and I need something like, why are these two all of a sudden out of the blue attracted to each other? They've been working together for years.
You need that like dramatic situation, like redhead. What's her name?
Sally
and Liam when Bill blew him up.
Yeah, exactly. Because most of the time, it's not that dramatic, okay, in real life. But most of the time, you do have a moment where you are
look at someone different.
Yeah, you're with this person and you start talking, and all of a sudden you're like, "Holy crap, we have like a lot in common," and he's really attractive. You know, like I don't know. It's like we're missing that. I don't know what they're doing. It happened fast. This all of a sudden friendship. Basically, she's worried that Eric fell out of love with her, and she says that it worries her because they used to have a very active sex life. And I'm like, this is too much info for Carter.
Truth.
And Carter urges Quinn to go talk to Eric and to try to work it out, like bridge a gap, I guess.
Like right now, leave, go.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Which he thinks she did, but no, she decides to make a damn phone call and chill for a second.
Uh-huh. So she gets another show.
Mm.
All right. And okay, sorry, I lost my place. So Carter urges her to go talk to Eric and deal with it. And like, you're beautiful. Do your thing.
Here we go.
And let's see. He goes upstairs and she needs to make a phone call, right?
Yep.
Who did she call?
She called Eric.
Oh no. She takes a call from Zoe. My bad.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me start over. All right. Carter. Okay, so she's like, okay, I gotta go, blah blah blah. So Carter goes upstairs and Quinn takes a call from Zoe. And she just wants to know if she, had any luck. And she tells her that he may be willing to give her another chance, but that they'll talk later.
Yeah.
She's about to leave, and Carter comes back downstairs in his underwear because he thought she left. And he's like, okay, sorry. He's like, I didn't know you were still here. And
people, toss me my clothes.
People. Wow. Okay. Wow. That man never eats bread. He must work out like 20 times a week.
He doesn't even sniff bread. What are you talking about?
No. Like he don't eat any bread, okay? You know that. No carbs. Like, whoa. And he, you know what? I'm not saying this in a mean way, but he's not like a super young guy either. Like, he's not like in his 20s, so that's impressive. And guess what? Quinn agrees because she's like just standing there with her mouth open. She's like, and that's how Tuesday ends.
Yep.
Bye, Tuesday. Now we go to Wednesday, the 21st. We're at Forrester, and Hope is pleading with Liam to tell her what's going on. He's getting weak. He's getting tears in his eyes, and he starts to tell her that something happened, not involving Steffi, which made me laugh because what you just said a minute ago. Don't worry, it wasn't Steffi this time. I didn't sleep with her.
For real.
And then guess who walks in? Bill.
$1 bill, y'all.
Yeah, and Bill stops him, and he's like, what are you about to say, Liam?
Hey,
and of course, Liam covers. He's like, I'm just having a hard time without you and the kids, and I can't deal. Like, I'm so sad. He covers. And she's like, well, come by the house. Like, she's starting to get worried. She's like, dang, he's losing it. Yeah. Later on, Thomas arrives, and he wants to discuss his designs, but Hope is completely in her own world. And now we have another besties. Okay, now we're besties, right? Another what do you call it? Another what do you call it? Another
bonding moment?
Yeah, we'll call it that. I was gonna say we have another gossip sesh, but that's not what I was looking for.
Got some hens in the hen house.
Yeah, of course. She's gonna tell him everything. Like, what did she tell him? Like, every single thing. Like, oh, guess what? I woke up this morning, took a shower, couldn't decide what to wear. Like, come on, Hope. He is not your friend.
Nope. She needs to go to, like, therapy for, like, victims of things, of mental abuse. Like mental abuse or something. Like, holy crap.
Victim of things, etc.
She has like Stockholm syndrome or something. I don't know. She's like, oh my gosh, this girl.
And of course, but honestly, this time Thomas made sense because he said, "You know what? You probably just need to chill. Like, think about it. He's probably a little bit sad and freaking out. He's not at home. Like, he's having to live with Bill. Like, give him a break." And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But of course, she thinks there's more to it.
Yeah.
Then, this is funny. Now we go to Bill's, and as soon as they get home, Bill's immediately yelling at Liam.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going off. What was he gonna do if he didn't show up? He's going on, and then he says, "You have got to snap out of it. Vinny is a rat, a dead rat. He wasn't worth sacrificing your life over. He's not worth it." And I was like, "Oh, that's cold."
Yeah, that was. Ooh, Bill.
I was like, "Oh shoot!" And then Liam said something that made me like, "Oh wow." Wow. Because Liam says, "Oh my God, I see like my family's just slipping through my fingers." And he's like, "You don't get it." This was a really good scene. If he got an Emmy, it would probably be for this. Because he's like, "You don't get it." He's like, "I'm not like you. There's going to be a big hole in my soul now.
I know.
I can't go on like this." And I was like, "Oh, wow." Ouch. He basically is saying, like, "I'm not a horrible person like you. Like, I can't do this." I'm like, oh, shoot. Now we head back to Forrester Mansion, and basically Eric and Ridge are just having a conversation about the same thing. Ridge is like, he's not advocating for Quinn. He's just being like a sounding board.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric tells him that he's like, "You want to know how bad it is?" He's like, "I pretend to go to sleep."
Oh.
He's like, "I pretend to go to sleep, or I stay downstairs and wait until I think she's asleep, and then I go back upstairs." And I was like, "Oh, that's sad." Poor Eric. He's not even comfortable in his own house.
No.
Then we go back over. So we got poor Eric, right? We go back over to the loft, and we have Quinn smiling from ear to ear, staring at Carter in his underwear.
Oh.
And you know what? I can't even blame her. She looks him up and down, too. Up and down.
Uh-huh.
And she says, "Oh, I get it now. Why Zoe wants you back so bad." And I'm like, calm down, please.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It needs to stop right now. I don't like it.
Right? And he says, "Are you just gonna stare at me?" And she's like, yeah." She's like, "I can admire the work of art." And
he's like, "Woman, give me my clothes."
And she's like, "I mean, I'm not hitting on you or nothing." And
yeah.
Like, really? Uh-huh. You're not? Then she feels kind of guilty, and she brings up Eric, and then she's like, "Okay, I gotta go," and she takes off finally.
Yeah.
Quinn arrives home, and she finds Eric, and she's like, he's looking at her portrait, and I think she takes that as a good sign.
Yeah, it's not.
And
that is like a big old martini glass, by the way. Like, it was like really big.
I have like a huge one too, and I was like, "You go, Eric."
That's like a party. Like, that's like one of those jokey, like, "Oh, it's your 21st birthday." Like, it should say something in rhinestones on it. It's so big.
I was naming rhinestones, Eric. That's funny. And so basically, she says, "Remember all the good times we've had and blah, blah, blah." And she knows she screwed up, but she loves him, and she wants them to have a special night together. She wants to make love. And that's how Wednesday ends, because Eric doesn't say anything yet.
Yeah, he's just like eyeballing her. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what he was going to say. now we go into Thursday, which is the 22nd. And the show opens at Bill's. And Liam is pacing. I can't do it. He's saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I really think Liam is going to end up having a damn heart attack.
Right?
He really can't handle this.
Or is the bump on his head, like from the Quinn thing, like gonna come back? Like he's gonna have like an aneurysm like Thomas?
That is so funny that you said that, because Joe said that. I didn't even think of it. And Joe was like, you remember a long time ago, he hit his head like 2 or 3 times, and then Quinn like kidnapped him and didn't get him help. And I was like, oh my God, what if he hit his head again? You're right.
Yeah, or what if he just stresses? Because, like, he was having problems after Quinn released him. Like, he was like, oh, he was out of it for a bit.
Yeah, you're right. That would be crazy. Liam he's not good at this. He tells his dad about what happened with Charlie. And Bill's like, oh my God. And he says, I don't care if you have to think about rainbows and puppies. Whatever it takes to get that look off your face. And I was like, oh God, poor Liam. So yeah, they have the same argument. Liam can't handle it, and Bill's trying to talk him down. Now we head to the cabin. And guess who Hope's with? Her new bestie, Thomas. They both agree that Liam seemed jumpy. And that they thought it was weird that he wasn't, when she asked him to come see the kids, he wasn't like, oh, I'll be there, And it's unlike his character. Then Ridge shows up, and he's just checking to make sure everything's okay. And Hope's concerned. So then she tells Ridge about how she's concerned with Liam's behavior. I'm like, Hope.
Yeah. It's, oh my gosh.
and they're just talking about, like, it's just a scene where Thomas is telling Ridge that Lieutenant Baker came. And they want the guy to pay for what he did. Ridge leaves, and Thomas tells Hope that, see, I don't like this, because Thomas makes this comment, right? This whole time, he's all like, oh, I'm sure it's nothing, blah, blah, blah. But then he has to throw in, by the way, I would never abandon you. I'll always be here for you. I was like, oh, here we go.
Creep mode.
Red flag. You know what? Hope has a really hard time seeing red flags. Okay.
She colorblind.
Very colorblind. Ding. Now we head back to Forrester. And Carter is again changing his shirt. And he's thinking about Quinn and what Quinn said. And guess who walks in? So.
I don't like either things. I don't like Carter thinking about Quinn with no shirt on. I like the no shirt part, but not thinking about Quinn. And I don't like seeing Zoe. And okay, so I know I've talked about it before, but definitely because it's the blazer and the shorts, is this not the Marge Simpson outfit? I'm going to send you a picture.
Yeah.
So anyways, This part made me throw up in my mouth. Go on.
So basically, Zoe is saying that she is sorry. She's not going to give up. She's going to do what she's got to do. And he's just straight says, you know what? You want to really know what it is? I'm having a real hard time making peace with the fact that you went after another guy when you're saying to my face that you love me, you want to marry me. That's it. Like it's that simple. Like I can't believe you.
Nope.
I don't. That's it. That's what it is. And I was like, dang. Now we head to the Forrester mansion. Quinn tells Eric that she misses being close to him, and basically she wants to make love. She wants to reconnect.
Oh, yeah. Bow, bow.
And Eric's so sweet because he's like, you know what? I really don't want to disappoint you. I really don't. But yeah, I'm tired and I'm gonna go upstairs now. Oh, straight like no.
Yeah. Burn.
Like shut down, rejected.
Burn.
And she doesn't stop though. So now we go upstairs. And Eric is thinking about when he was happy with Quinn. And here comes Quinn. She enters the room. You know what? I do have to say she did look gorgeous.
Oh,
but she enters the room in her black lingerie from their wedding night. And Eric's jaw does drop a little. He's like, wow.
Yeah, he got a little weak.
Yeah, he did. He got weak. And she admits that she wants to reignite the passion.
Ooh.
He says you're stunning, right? You are. But I can't do it. Like you know what? I can't get past your manipulation. Like I just can't get past it. And he even says, I know you regret it. I know you do. But you know what? Having a real hard time trusting you, like getting past it. And I really think that you'll probably do it again. Ooh, bomb. Oh. And Quinn's like, let me prove myself. Let me prove myself. And he cuts her off. And he's like, you know what? Tomorrow's a travel day. I need my rest. Oh. Like, dang. Eric said, no, bitch. Going to bed.
Yeah, even in the honeymoon outfit, he was like, no.
That's funny.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's so Marge Simpson outfit. And she is like really upset and like dejected. She's all like, and she sits on the bed and like rubs the bed.
Yeah.
And that's how Thursday ends.
Oh.
Bye, Thursday.
Goodbye.
Now we're going into Friday.
Ooh.
The 23rd. All right. Liam's still having a meltdown. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not really joking, though. Okay, the show opens at the cabin, and Hope decides she's going to call Liam and invite him over. And Brooke comes in, and she's, like, eavesdropping on the conversation. And she's all like, ooh, you're calling Liam. Huh. Oh. And after she listens, though, she's like, that don't sound good. So then she goes into, like, her whole thing, right? She's already told everybody else. She got to tell her mom, too. The whole thing of, like, you know, Liam's not doing good. He's acting weird. And I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Now we head to Bill's house. And he's coaching Liam, right, on how he needs to behave, which is funny. He needs to pull himself together. He needs to go back to the office. Like, he's gotta be Liam, basically.
Yeah. Like, get it together, sir.
Mm-hmm. And he does warn Liam not to tell. And he says that he's going to send his ass away on a plane somewhere far, far away if he can't pull it together. He like threatens him. I'm like, oh, Lord. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, no, not bueno.
Now we head to the police station. And good old Detective Sanchez is back. And he is like, you know what? I think it's just a hit and run. Probably an accident. Like, you know, making it like, it's probably just, you know, it probably wasn't on purpose, blah, blah. And then Baker has that look, that like Conway Weston look of like, no. I have a hunch. And I'm like, uh-oh.
Here we go.
Yeah, and he thinks that there's way more to the story. And he said it'll come out sooner or later, you'll see.
Yeah.
So, Detective Sanchez is kind of surprised when he hears like all the details of everything that went down, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, wow. That's a lot."
Mm.
he's like, wow. So not only is he a drug dealer, but he's also works at the lab, changed test results, and is getting his drugs from there. Cool.
Right. Sanchez is all on the like, he was a drug dealer, it happens, whatever.
Yeah, he was kind of like, yeah, we could just close this pretty quick, probably.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to even deal with this.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was like, Vinny who? Like, he's not a rich person, right? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, no, whatever. Who cares what he was doing walking around a street that has no sidewalks in the dark wearing all black? Whatever.
Yeah, like, who cares? Now we head over to Spencer Publications, and Bill is explaining to Justin on the phone that he sold his car.
Yeah.
To a, did he say to a sheik?
No, I think, well, that's the thing, is because he was the one that was helping him sell it. Like Justin, he had already told Justin he was selling it. So it was more of just like, Justin was like, why did you do that? And he was like, look, the market up and down, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah, he got all mad about it because Justin's like, wait a minute, why did you sell your car? He's like, that's your baby.
Yeah.
And Bill's like, no, what, that. You know how Bill is. Don't ask questions.
It's like, Justin, haven't you worked for Bill long enough to not ask that many questions?
Right? And guess what? We get a visit from the beautiful, sparkly Katie. Because she was sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes in, and of course, as soon as he sees her, like, his whole demeanor changes. He's like, a different person.
You like bingo?
Ah, what the? Sorry.
What was that?
I don't know. Some chick just popped on my phone and she was like, do you like bingo?
That's funny. Even the phone's like, okay, wrap it up. All right. So Katie, I think she just really came to check on him.
Yeah, she wasn't asking him about bingo. Don't worry.
Yeah. And he tells her that he gave Liam some personal time, and she's like, really? For real?
Yeah, because she was confused because he was like, yeah. She was like, why? What? Liam need excuse me? We don't get personal time.
He's like, you don't give people personal time.
See, Bill, you're going off script.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, he tells her that he misses her, he loves her, and she's always on his mind.
Even when he's killing people.
Yeah.
Or covering up killing people.
Now we head to the cabin.
Mm.
And Brooke is talking to Hope about Liam. And it's just the same thing. She's saying they have a special bond, blah, blah, blah. Give him a chance. He's probably struggling. Whatever. She always takes up for him. For him.
Furries.
She always takes up for him. Brooke leaves, and Liam shows up at the cabin.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye, Brooke.
And he's acting strange. Like, she's just looking at him like, this dude, like, it's like literally him not having me, he's losing it.
Yeah.
So he apologizes again, and he says that he didn't realize how one night could change everything.
We've heard that line before.
Right? And how he realizes now that their marriage and his life with her and their children is the most important thing. That's all that matters. Oh. And she says that it's difficult, but that she loves him and she's decided to forgive him. And as soon as she said it, I thought about you, Chelsea. Because I knew he was going to be mad.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? Oh, all of a sudden he's not begging your forgiveness. You think he might be giving up, and now you're like, oh, okay, come home. I pushed you too far. You're right. Oh, I'm stressing you out too much. You're losing your mind. Just come home.
Yeah, it was because she said, it's a process, but I am going to forgive you. Like, I'm trying, I'm going to do it. And they both start crying, and she's like, you gotta come home. And then they embrace, and then they kiss. I assume that they're both vaccinated now because it looks like a real kiss.
Yeah.
To me, it didn't look like a mannequin. It looked like her. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looked like her to me.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they must be vaccinated or something.
Because if you get vaccinated, then you can be together, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
That's how it works.
I'm not a doctor.
And that's the big finale, right? They kiss and they're so happy. And how long is he going to be able to live at that cabin with her and keep his mouth shut?
Not very. Now he's going to feel extra guilty because now he's going to be back in the house and so on and so forth. Scene of the week. Sorry, guys. This one was boring. I'm giving it again to a shirtless Carter.
Oh, my gosh. You know what my scene of the week is?
What?
Carter's abs.
Ah!
That's what I wrote down. Carter's abs.
Yeah, because you guys, I'm sorry. It was super repetitive. Woo! It was super no. Boo. But hopefully that means next week, 2 weeks of lead up will actually give us something.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? No. We're working on some extra things. So just be patient, guys.
It's coming.
We're working on some extra things. If I can talk Chelsea into it, guys, send her messages and say how much you love her. Because if I could talk her into it, we might try to do like a live Q&A or something.
Oh, you want me to get dressed?
Maybe I can talk her into it. But I can't make any promises. That brings us to the end of the episode. Yep. I feel like Bill made a huge mistake. If this was Wyatt, maybe. But I feel like I don't understand. Either Liam's going to lose his mind or he's just going to crack. So I'm not sure where the story's going.
I'm like, if Quinn can get off kidnapping and raping someone, pushing someone off a cliff, I mean, I'm pretty sure Liam could have got off. Like, I don't understand.
Well, I agree. Because if Thomas can get off from
driving someone off the road.
Yeah, running someone off the road and killing them. Driving. I mean, stealing a baby. All right, he didn't technically steal the baby, but knowing about the baby being stolen and not saying anything, trying to kidnap Hope, drugging Liam. If he can get away with all that,
if Brooke can get out of pushing Thomas off the ledge, it
was an accident.
Then I'm pretty sure Liam could have got off. So this whole thing is crazy.
Chelsea, that was an accident.
Well, yeah, but she had,
He shouldn't have manhandled her, okay?
She had motive.
She did. So that's it, guys. You need to get in touch with us and let us know what you think. We still want to know, Pratt or no Pratt?
I'm right.
And we also want your fan fiction. Where is this story going? Or even your predictions. Where is this story going? Because I'm confused. Most of the time I'm good at predictions, but I don't get it. Because Liam's going to crack. Like, are we trying to put Bill in prison? Like, I don't understand.
And do y'all think Zoe's just going to go away, or do you think they're just going to get a new actress?
Oh, yeah. What do you guys think about that?
I'm fine with Zoe going away.
You know what else?
What?
Is Eric going to kick Quinn out?
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That picture is coming down.
We'll see. She's pretty conniving.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's thinking. Like, what is she thinking?
I don't know, man. People that don't get attention do crazy things.
That is true. All right, guys. Chelsea has to go to work.
Woohoo!
We hope you guys have a great week. We will be back as soon as we can. It'll be 2 or 3 weeks. Don't know. It's always a surprise.
Yep. You know, we'll have our stories. I'm going on a little mini vacay with some friends. I know, you guys, don't freak out. I'm going this time with people that I hang out with on a regular basis. So it's fine.
I'm so jelly.
It's fine. We're going to go to the river. We're going to get sunburnt. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be off of work for like a solid 6 days. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have good stories and still have all my friends when I get home.
Hopefully. We don't have a repeat of last time.
Yeah, I still haven't talked to a couple of them. It's all right.
Yeah, I am super jelly. No lie. I am so mad.
Yeah, and, look both ways before you back up. All 3 ways, actually.
and don't keep your computer where it can fall out of your truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And look out for motorcycles.
And never go to your job on your day off.
Yes, that's the moral of the stories.
Yep.
Yeah. Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.